I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor and even worse, I'm black. My stomach hurts, so I'm looking for a purse to snatch. Cops give a damn about a Negro. Pull a trigger, kill a nigga, he's a hero. Get it back to the kids who the hell cares. One less hungry mouth on the welfare. First ship them, don't let them deal with brothers. Give them guns, step back, watch.
What's up, everyone? Title of this video: what I have learned from being 2 years sober. 2 years sober on Wednesday, 13th of May. Fuck, feels good. Life's getting better, you know. You just feel more. You know, you feel more of what's going on, your experiences, you can take it in, you know. I mean, people are walking around like zombies, man. Zombies, they're recovering from the weekend before. Throughout the week, they're at work, recovering from the weekend before, you know, just zombies, man. You don't have the same sense of feeling that you do when you're straight, you know what I mean? Number one thing that has changed, though, mental clarity. Mental clarity. I'm that clear with my thoughts in comparison to what I once was, that, you know, I'm no longer scattered, depressed, worrying constantly, thinking myself into a hole that I can't think myself back out of, you know. Mental clarity is so important because your thoughts manifest your reality. So if you got scattered thoughts all the time, you know, from drugs or alcohol, you're going to manifest a scattered, sketchy dungeon of a reality. And mental clarity, just on that point again, thoughts manifest feelings in your body, you know. You have a thought, you have a corresponding feeling, you know. So you really want to be careful about mind-altering substances like, you know, alcohol, meth, shit like that. So yeah, all-round happier person anyway, you know. All-round happier person. I've always been a bit of a spiritual person, but, you know, I was spiritual before to try to, you know, make the shit I was going through somehow philosophize it, you know, with spirituality, you know. It was sort of like, it was keeping me sane being spiritual before. Now I'm more spiritual in a positive way, you know. It's not trying to get me out the deep end. It's like I'm in a good place and my spirituality is sort of a byproduct of my positive feelings, you know what I mean? If that makes sense. So yeah, all-round happier person. If you are depressed and you're taking drugs or drinking on the weekends, then I would probably, you know, I'd think about addressing that first. Cut out the drugs, cut out the alcohol. Caffeine's a drug, okay? Yes, caffeine is a drug. Cut that shit out. You know what? If you get your diet under wraps, say you eat healthy, right? It's a lot easier to cut out the crap like the alcohol and shit because you feel too good. You feel that good if you're eating a healthy, vegan, low-fat, high-carb, high-fruit, whatever you want to call it, high rice. You know, you're eating that sort of diet, you got enough energy. You don't need to drink alcohol to get energy, man, or like to have fun, or you just think, fuck that, man. I don't want to feel like shit and might walk around like, you know, people that, like, I don't have to wake up in the morning anymore with that feeling of anxiety because I've made some drunken mistake, you know what I mean? That you just, you know, you punch someone in the, you know, you get drunk and violent, some people do, and, or like, you know, just being a dick, you know? You be a dick when you're drunk and you wake up in the morning with that feeling of anxiety, like, what have I done, you know? And it's not worth it, man. Like, people make the same mistakes over and over. I was a big one for it. Making the same mistakes over and over again and not learning from them. but then complaining and whinging after the weekend, oh, what have I done, this or that, like, it's a never-ending circle. It's a roundabout that you need to put the indicator on and turn off of it. And that's when you do turn off of that roundabout, then you can see it from the outside looking in again, like, wow, I used to be like that. And it's just a revelation to have this mental clarity and sobriety. It's empowering. Why do you want to be like every other Tom, Dick and Harry that are getting pissed on the weekends or taking drugs to fucking fit it, or, whatever? You don't need drugs to be confident. I used to think that I needed alcohol to be confident around girls and just social situations and that, but you know what? You don't. You gain more confidence being able to articulate your thoughts with, interesting conversation. And, I've got a more humanitarian worldview right now. You know what I mean? I care about the planet so much more so right now than I ever did. I didn't give a fuck about nothing before, man, because I was just in my own world, selfish, wrapped up in my own bullshit, you know what I mean? Creating my own problems and then complaining about them at the same time. It's just pure insanity. And people do it every day, man. And the hardest part about gaining your health back, gaining sobriety, is watching other people drink their life down the toilet. And I just think, like, fuck, that's how people must have sort of looked at me, you know what I mean? Because I was a bit of extremist, because I do everything to the extreme. If I was going to drink, I'd drink for days and days on end, you know what I mean? But now I've taken health and my fitness and, my spirituality to the extreme. So that's what I'm going to focus on, because being an extremist with an addictive personality, you got to be careful where you focus your energy, because that's where your addiction is, So I'm making sure I'm focusing on positive things, instead of all that bullshit. So, and your circle of friends changes too, Your circle of friends changes not because I've got I still like all my friends, you know what I mean? It's just like your interests change, you know what I mean? You used to catch up with your friends and drink and that, but, you sort of, you shy away, you know what I mean? You tactfully sort of pull yourself away from the old groups of people you used to be around, you know what I mean? And, I used to hang around with a lot of fuckheads too, like that, just on drugs and drink alcohol, and they're still doing it. They're still doing exactly the same things, but, I've made a choice and now I choose to hang around people that are on the same mission, that are on the same journey. Surround yourself with people that bring you up and that challenge you, that are like you. They're on the same mission as you, sort of thing, you know what I mean? There's that old saying, you can't fly like an eagle if you hang around turkeys, and I think that just sums it up really, doesn't it? So, yeah, all round better life choices, you know what I mean? The people that you affect when you make these choices, it's not just you know what I mean? Like, when you're drunk and off your head all the time, like, you think it's all about you, and you're the only person that it's affecting, but there's people around you that, everything that you do in this universe, it ripples throughout. So you're affecting more than just yourself. And I think it's when you're just drunk and pissed all the time or whatever, you're just ignorant to the fact that you're hurting people around you that love you. And I think, you got to think of that. Like, you really do have to think of that, because, who do you care more about, yourself or, the people around you that I know that I care more about other people nowadays. I love myself, but I love my family too, and I don't want to put them through that sort of hell again. And I think that, that's more important than temporary satisfaction from a few beers or, a big weekend, or, you lose more than you gain. And I always say that, and it's true. It's true. So, yeah, that's what I've learned, what I've gained from sobriety. I'm sure there's more stuff. There's heaps, so much more. I've wasted. It took me a long time to work it out, but I'm glad I pulled myself away and worked it out, Because once you pull yourself away, boom. You pull yourself away for long enough, and it's easy to see the mistakes you're making. So yeah. Anyway, be the change you want to see in the world. Good quote. Try to make a difference. Like you want to take action in your life and affect others around you positively, and that's a gift you can sort of give back. I think, because it's never too late to change your ways. It's never too late. So whatever hole you're in, you can pull yourself out of that, man, because anything is possible. All right. So anyway, I'll leave my email down below if you know anyone going through some addiction problems. And I know I was pretty bad, and I pulled myself out of it, so I can help. I want to help people, if that are struggling with addiction or don't know what to do and don't know what would help. I'll leave my email down below and email me, and I'll be happy to help. All right, thanks guys. Thanks for watching.
Come on. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same.